Hi everyone, welcome to Busy Being Bigger week 5. And we are live from my living room because oh my gosh, the lighting in here is so awesome, perfect for selfies. So, you may have noticed that this video starts out different and all credit goes to my amazing friends who are like, listen, your YouTube videos definitely need to step it up a notch. So they're helping me because I know nothing about video editing. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Just good vibes all the way around. This week's topic is the lies suicide tells. We're going to go through 5 lies that suicide tell you. Because suicide is 100% preventable. It is. And before we even start the rest of the video, if you or someone you know is struggling with suicide or thinking about it, please call 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. I had to read that off the paper to make sure I got it right. But that is the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. And it is very important that if you are feeling in a crisis that is really prompting you to consider suicide very seriously, or you feel like you're just going to go through with it, it is very, very important that you reach out to someone. And if someone reaches out to you and they tell you that they are thinking about committing suicide, please don't take it as a joke. It is not. You can always call the line if you are concerned about someone. And the most important thing, please do not just ignore it if someone tells you that they're thinking about it. Tell people that you love them on a day-to-day basis because you never know what some people are going through and how much that could really, really help them. And you guys will see in a moment, as we discuss the top 5 lies that suicide tell you, I will use my own life as an example of how important it is to have people around you who love you that will encourage you. So all of that information will also be posted at the bottom of the upload for this video because we can't just talk about real issues. We have to do our best to solve them, to address our issues in our community, and also to not shame anyone who's either going through suicidal thoughts or has made a suicide attempt. Don't shame them. You want to pour as much love as possible into that person. And just let them know that your life would not be the same without them and that they are valuable. So we are going to go into the top 5 lies that suicide tells you. Number 1, your life is worthless. I am a 7-time suicide attempt survivor. By the time I was 24, I tried to commit suicide 7 different times. 7. That's how upset I was. But one of the major things is because I felt worthless. I felt like if my birth mother left me and if, I don't have a whole lot of friends, I'm not popular, people are always teasing me and picking on me because I'm so skinny, because I'm so small. I mean, I was clearly I'm not anymore, but I was, and there were a lot of things. There was a lot of bullying involved, and I really just felt like there's no point to being alive. And then years later, I am now the CEO, founder, and owner of Bigger Than My Diagnosis LLC. And I'm also less than 30 days away from publishing my first book. That clearly means that my life wasn't worthless. And your life isn't worthless either. It just may be right now that you can't see your purpose. But you have to live long enough to figure out what your purpose is. Every single person on this earth has a purpose, and all of our lives are worth everything. Even if it's not to you, it's worth something to someone else who loves you. So definitely don't believe that lie because it is such a lie. You are not worthless. Number 2 is that no one will miss you. Now, this is a major, major lie. Because when we're in the middle of that type of dark thoughts and this depression, it's like, oh, no one will miss me. My mom is not around. My dad is not around. They left me. I don't have any friends. No one cares about me. There's a lot of things that you can really just feel like, okay, there's no one around. But here's what I have begun to understand. There are people who count on us speaking to them each and every day. It could be the person you pass when you walk in the mornings or jog or exercise, the mailman you say hi to every day, the person who always knows your coffee order. It's little things like that. Even if you think you have no family and you feel like you have no friends, somebody somewhere will miss you. Always. I'm telling you, somebody will miss you. I will miss you. I've never even met you, but I'm going to miss you. And you know why? Because you have a light inside of you. There's a light that is so incredibly bright. And if you are not here, the world is that much darker. So someone will miss you. Do not feed into that lie. Number three is that things will never get better. The thing about things getting better is that you have to stick around long enough for them to get better. If Goldilocks gave up on, let's say, Papa Bear's porridge, which was too hot, she would have never got to Baby Bear's porridge, which was just right. So let's say currently you're on Papa Bear's porridge. I know this is like a really weird analogy, but just like go with me on this one. So let's say currently you're at Papa Bear's porridge. It's too hot, you're hungry, burnt your tongue, blah. Okay, like that's it, I'm done. And you're like, well, maybe I'll try again. But then Mama Bear's porridge is like way too cold. And you're like, okay, that's it, I quit. Things are never going to get better. Well, your first try, it was bad. And your second time was bad too. But if you give up before you get a chance to taste that last bowl, you'll never realize what it is like to taste perfectly good porridge. And that analogy really can apply to so many different things. You have to give yourself a chance to taste something good. And one thing that helps you appreciate tasting something so good is when you've had to taste something so bad. Like after you eat a lemon and then you eat a peach, you know, that sour to sweet. It gets better, but you really have to stick around long enough for it to get better. You're needed, and life has so much to offer you. I just want you to be around long enough to see it. Number 4, you're not missing anything. Actually, you are. If I had succeeded at committing suicide at 23, I would have missed out on life at 25. Now, 25 didn't start out so great. For the first 6 months, 25 was actually pretty horrible. But if I had given up then, I would have missed the past 6 months of being 25, which have been so incredibly awesome. You are missing laughter. You would miss smiles. You would miss birthdays. You would miss sunshine. You would miss standing in the rain and twirling in a circle for no other reason than because it makes you happy. You'd miss it all. So don't believe suicide when it tells you that you won't miss anything, because you will. You'll miss the rest of your life. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be so great. Even if it doesn't happen right away, it's still going to be great, because you wouldn't be here if the world didn't need you. So you kind of got to stick around, okay? If for no other reason than hello, so we can meet. I need more friends. Like, I can't just talk to you guys through YouTube all the time. We need to have in-person conversations. We need to sip tea. We need to eat little sandwiches, with the crust cut off, and eat cookies. I love cookies. So, hello. You'd miss our totally awesome hangout time. I'm gonna need you to stick around for that, okay? Thanks. And the final lie that I feel, me personally, that suicide tells you is that true freedom can only be found in death. Now, this one took me a lot longer to come to the realization about. I always felt bound in my life. I felt like I could never be free of other people's expectations of me. I felt like I would never be free of my birth mother, of those horrors that I lived through. I would never be free from the nightmares I had from being in an abusive relationship. I really thought that the only way out, the only way to stop these memories was death. But that was a lie. It was actually the biggest lie. Because true freedom that I've experienced comes when you love yourself. See, the thing about loving yourself is that it frees you from the necessary act, unnecessary, I should say, of needing other people's opinions. Because when you love you, and I mean you really love you, like you look yourself in the mirror and you say, oh my God, you are so awesome. You are so freaking beautiful. I just cannot believe how awesome you look. When you got that, it doesn't matter if you walk into a room full of people and they all stop talking. Because you can just say, oh, they were waiting on my grand entrance. And it doesn't matter what people say behind your back. Because, they never actually said it to my face. So it couldn't actually have been that important. And nightmares, you know what they turn into? They turn into survival stories. They turn into moments that you can look back on and remember, my God, I survived all of that. And memories of people that you've lost, that you loved so very much. They go from being painful to being beautiful. They serve as a constant reminder of how truly amazing it was to have that person that you loved in your life. Those are the 5 things that I feel suicide lies to you about. Those are the things that suicide lied to me about 7 times. I literally would have missed my company, my book, the friends that I've met, my goddaughter, my niece, my mom. She's my stepmom, but she's the best mom I've ever met in life. My sister, my brother, my other little sister, my dog. There's so many things that suicide lied to me about. And suicide's lying to you too. Don't listen. Don't feed into it. You have a purpose. Your light is needed. You are so amazing. You are so awesome. And I want you to be around long enough to see what life has for you, because it's going to be so amazing. So that is it for this week. And I want you to always remember that If you or someone you love is experiencing or struggling with suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Lifeline 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. You're amazing. You are a warrior. You have a purpose. You are worth so much more. Bye, guys. Oh, wait, I gotta wave over here. See you guys next week. Have a great week. Bye.